Journalist and author Dawn Turner has been writing about race, politics, and people her whole career. But in her latest book, she's turned her pen inward as she reflects on her own life's path and how it diverged from the lives of the two girls she grew up closest to, her sister Kim and her best friend Debra. The book is called Three Girls from Bronzeville, a uniquely American memoir of race, fate, and sisterhood. And author Dawn Turner joins us now to talk about it. Dawn, welcome back to Chicago tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So the three girls that you write about, of course, are you, your sister Kim, and your childhood best friend Debra, and it follows the three of you through your very divergent paths. Your sister was born when you were 3. Can you tell us a little bit about Kim and your family?
Oh, absolutely. When my parents brought her home from the very moment, she was a mystery to me. Headstrong, fearless, and stubborn. And my mother would say, that little girl's not afraid of anything, and that scares me. She was the one who challenged my parents from the beginning to the end. And I was the kid who was not perfect, but I was much more quiet. And so we were very different in that regard.
And then
she was, yes.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, she was just always on the move, and that was just her personality.
And then, of course, you became friends with Debra later on when you were 8. Would you say that the two of you were an unlikely pair?
Absolutely. She had very much the same qualities as my sister. I would always say that Debra and I were best friends, but Kim and Debra were soulmates. And the things that I did not admire in my little sister, because she was my sister, I loved in Debra. She also trafficked in trouble, headstrong, challenged the teachers. For me, rules were scaffolding. And for them, they were just something that they wanted to push out of the way. And really, it's that whole notion about opposites attracting, and that absolutely that dynamic is present in both of us.
Of course,
all of them.
In all of us. Of course, the fourth character in the title is Bronzeville itself, especially the private Lawless Gardens apartments where you lived and the nearby Ida B. Wells public housing. What role do you think, these buildings and these neighborhoods play in your lives as well as the lives of Kim and Debra?
Oh, absolutely. This was our community. Was Bronzeville, first of all, was the cradle of the Great Migration, and our community was kind of in the middle. So there was Lake Meadows to the north of us, the Lake Meadows apartments to the north of us, which was for the Black elite. Judges and lawyers and politicians lived there. And as you just mentioned, the Ida B. Wells homes was in its heyday. It was a beautiful and just a beautiful and forward-thinking place, a haven. And it was supposed to be the answer to the awful tenements that the people who had come up from the Great Migration, during the Great Migration, they had to live in these horrible places. And Ida B. Wells was supposed to be the answer to that. And it, after a while, the city abandoned it, and it became a place where the conditions were deplorable. So we were in the middle. Lawless Gardens was privately owned, but we were working class people with middle class aspirations. And so you had this tension between between the Ida B. Wells homes and Lawless. But it was kind of perceived. There were these perceived differences because we were all just people who were striving, but under very different conditions.
And during your time as a columnist at the Tribune, you wrote about Debra's time in prison, and I don't think I'm giving anything away in the book here. Obviously,
No.
it'll all be there. And her return to college while she was in prison. What was it like, writing about a friend as she, writing about her story as it's happening?
Well, in 2000, I wrote about her for the first time, and that's when she was sentenced for 50 years in prison, convicted of murder. And then I wrote about her a couple of years later, just kind of a follow-up. And I realized those stories were very much a cautionary tale type story. But then when I wrote about her in 2007, she had graduated with honors, summa cum laude, and while in prison, graduated from college. It was something that she had struggled to do while she was on the outside. And that story resonated. I got letters from people all over the world, all over the country, actually, emails, letters. And because that story was a story about redemption and transformation, and I think we really we admire those types of stories. We love the whole narrative of people who are able to change their lives, and that for Debra and her prison experience, which I think is unfortunately a little rare, in that she was able to do that in prison.
Right. She and the women who graduated with her are certainly the
Yeah.
exception in prison. I also imagine it was painful for you to write about your sister, both your friend, but of course your sister Kim, who died so young. Was all of this therapeutic for you?
You know, I had never written about Kim before. In fact, when I started to think about this as being a book, I thought it was about two girls, it was about Debra and me, two girls who had taken two spectacularly different paths. But then when I started writing the proposal and I started showing it to people, then my sister, who very much her personality, left off the page, and it became a story about three girls. And yes, it is. I would not say that it's a story that has brought me complete closure, but it definitely has. I've got a chance to do research and talk to people and learn things I didn't know about them or myself. And it was just an amazing experience. And I will continue to write the types of stories, other stories that I write, that have been an offshoot of, the two of them being in my life. But I think that this story, I get to put it to bed now.
Put it to bed, as the writers say. That's a good place to leave it, to get folks interested in the book as well. If they want to know more, they got to read it. But we're going to leave it there for now. Dawn Turner, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Again, the book is called Three Girls from Bronzeville, a uniquely American memoir of race, fate, and sisterhood. And Dawn Turner will appear at the Printers Row Lit Fest in partnership with the Chicago Public Library. That's this weekend, and at the Chicago Humanities Festival in October. You can find more details on our website.